Miss Lisa here. Glad to be with you today. Hope everybody's doing great, enjoying this beautiful weather we've been having. Today we're going to talk about mosaics. Mosaic. M-O-S-A-I-C. Mosaic. A mosaic is a collection or I guess you could say a gathering of different materials to put into one piece of art. You could think of like a jigsaw puzzle, right? Here's the little turtle made out of wood. It's a jigsaw puzzle, and it reminds me of a mosaic, these pieces. Think about the different kind of mosaics that you might see in everyday life, like maybe the tile on your bathroom floor in your house. All of those little tiles, they're all pieces of one material all put together to create the floor. And sometimes people would design a really nice pattern. Sometimes people might use different shapes, squares, rectangles. Sometimes you can use torn paper. I didn't finish it, a little landscape. And we know a landscape is a picture of the outdoors, like a mountain scene or possibly the scene at the ocean. And this is just a little picture of grass and sky. I didn't finish the top, and I can do that with you, but I wanted to let you know that it's important to pick the right type of glue. Today, for this mosaic made out of torn paper, I used a glue stick. I didn't need to use a heavy-duty glue like this tacky glue that we sometimes use. I didn't even need to use this white glue that we sometimes use, because a glue stick works just fine because the paper is lightweight. And instead of putting the glue from my glue stick on a small piece of paper, which sometimes could get sticky, I actually try to put my glue on the bigger piece of paper, and then it makes it much easier so I don't get glue all over my fingers. But I can finish this later. I just wanted to give you an idea of doing a mosaic with torn paper. Let's talk about tearing paper for just a minute. Tearing paper is a good skill to learn. It helps your fingers learn how to work in small spaces. And all you do is you use your thumb and your pointer, thumb and pointer, both hands, and you pull paper towards you and a piece away from you. So you're just going whoop. So your right hand can go towards you and your left hand could go away from you. So you don't want to move your hands in the same direction. One goes one way, the other goes the other. And you can save all your torn pieces of paper and let a friend make a collage with you. Let's see, what's another thing we could use to make a mosaic? How about stickers or labels? At Grace Preschool, I found these beautiful rectangular stickers today, and they're green. I love green. I'm wearing green today. Oh, and notice we've got a bright green and a dark green. It's always nice to use different colors, right? You see here I use dark blue and then light blue for the sky. This green here has more yellow in it. We're going to mix some green in a minute. So you can use stickers or labels to make a mosaic, okay? Now, if all of my labels are just rectangles, got to think of what way could I change it up to make it a little more interesting. Well, what I like to do is I like to change the size. I might just use a rectangle for my design, but I'll change the size. I'll have some that are small and some that are large, and that'll make the design a little more interesting. And now I'm thinking, what else could we use to do a mosaic? How about buttons? Buttons are good. Now, do you think your buttons would stay on your paper if you used a glue stick? Yeah, probably not. That's when we would use the tacky glue, right? And we want to think about Would it be good to use a flimsy piece of paper? No. It would be good to use maybe a piece of cardboard or a poster board, right? And then take a look at the buttons. This button here has a place for you to put the needle through, a little hole. That's not going to glue flat. If you wanted to use this one, you'd have to use the flat side. Think about using different colors. So you could do a mosaic using buttons. I like that idea. So when you're looking around your house, think about where you might see a mosaic. And we're going to use some green paint another week, but I thought I would mix it with you today. Now let's think about this. We've got our color wheel, and we're going to try to mix green. Would we use red and blue? No, that would give us purple. Would we use red and yellow? No, that would give us orange. Would we use blue and yellow? Ding, ding, ding. Yep, we would use blue and yellow. But now remember, blue is a lot darker than yellow, so I should use a little tiny bit of blue, and this is a Ziploc bag, a zipper one. I'm going to put just a little bit of blue, okay? And I'm going to put a lot more yellow. Then I'm going to make sure the bag is sealed real good. If you can't do that, please ask someone to help you. And then I'm going to kind of mush it around. This is what I think is a really fun part. And look, you can see how it's already turning. And I love how there's some of the blue still showing, some of the yellow still showing, and then we see the green. Wow. You could go like this. It feels kind of nice. So we're going to use this green maybe after Thanksgiving to do a painting, okay? Because next week we're going to talk about something else. But I want you to look for mosaics all in the world, in your house and on the playground. Wherever you see a mosaic, you take a note about that and tell your parents that you know about mosaics. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. I miss you. Love you too.